Welcome everyone, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. I have a beautiful reading for you today. You guys should really stay tuned. It really turns out so beautifully at the end. It was pretty surprising actually. It is November 7th, 2019, and before I get into the read, I'm going to pull a card from the Good Tarot. I'm not going to do all 12 signs today after the Divine Masculine read because I'm doing the individual reads for all the signs, and I have a bunch still to get up, so I'm going to try to get some of those done today. But this is for the Divine Masculine, and I am going to pull a card from the Good Tarot first, just to get the general energies for you guys today. Maybe I'll give you a Kipper deck card too. November 7, 2019. November 7, 2019. There were so many sevens that were coming up right away for today, 11/7. The read was done at 7:47. It was cut at 7 a.m. this morning. It was actually 7:24 to 7:25. The number 10 was coming up like crazy. We had triple tens today, so that's a very high vibration. And the number 10 was the number on the code line as well, separately from the 3 10s. So there's a lot of high vibration today between the 7s and the 1s and the 0s. Just one more shuffle, guys. A little slip there on that last one. All right, so. So for everybody watching, the best and highest good of all is concerned, what do we need to know? What do we need to learn today? Oh, it pushed it right out. So we have the Messenger of Air, and it's reversed. So this is like the Knight of Swords reversed, but it's a very different energy than the typical deck. The Messenger of Air, but it's reversed. So here, upright, she's kind of like just in fantasy land, right? It's very etheric. She's in her own world. So this is about getting busy, really, in this deck, for me. This is about getting real, more 3D, action-oriented, as far as thoughts. And it's kind of more like the Knight of Swords upright rushing in when it's reversed, because this is a much softer deck. It's also saying don't get lost in your thoughts. You know, remember to stay heart in your heart. It's so easy to just kind of fade away into your thoughts, and then of course that's where you get yourself into trouble. There's 2 feathers up front in this card too, and there's 2 feathers and a cat that come up in the read today too. So the 2 feathers is important to me right now. Somebody might need to lose those 2 feathers. I'm going to pull from the Kipper deck as well. The bottom of this deck, when I pulled that card, was the 10 of water reversed, so it has to do with an end of an emotional or family cycle here. It's the Buddha again. The 10 of water, he's supposed to be happy, but there is an ending here. Okay, so the culmination of a cycle, and that may be why the Messenger of Air is reversed. Yeah. So it's the Knight of Swords, and it's perfect that the Knight of Swords came up in this deck because the masculine sees himself as the adept of orbs in the SIRIAN STARSEED deck for the read today. So that's why he sees himself as the Knight of Swords, which was actually upright in the read. It's reversed in this message to you guys, though. But it's different because it's more of an etheric deck, so it's really kind of the same energy. So for the Kipper deck, 1 card for you guys from this, or whatever comes up. What is the message? All right, so a message of concern. So that's why the Knight of Swords is coming in reversed. Okay? But the gift is right behind it. All right, so no worries, guys. You shouldn't worry anyway. There may be there is concern by a man about this gift here. All right, so however that applies to you. We have 14 of the Temperance cards, 17 of the Star, and 33 is the 7 of Wands. That's standing up for yourself without being defensive, not reacting. Okay, so maybe somebody overreacted, and this is because he needs to, it's an apology to someone. Okay, so all has to do with the messaging today. And so here's my message for you guys from the Divine Masculine today. Really cool. So again, like I said, the read was completed at 7:47. 7 is the Chariot and 47 is the 7 of Cups, which was reversed in the read today. The Chariot was upright though, I do believe. The major arcana were Reason, which is the Emperor, Starseed, the Fool, Strength, and the Tower. Before the read, I pull 3 to 4 cards, depending on what I'm guided to do, before the read and after the read each time to get the underlying energies and then what's to follow the read. And before the read, the Justice card also came up, and after the read, the Lovers came up. So the last card is the 6 of Crystals or Pentacles. Above that, the 3 of Swords, and then the Lovers. Okay, so it's very cool at the end, so please stay tuned. The, let's see, we had 4 swords, 1 wand, 2 pentacles, and no cups today. So it's very in your head today for the masculine. That's why that card came up, just to get out of your head. It's so easy when you're losing yourself, you know, in your thoughts, to go to a place that you really don't want to go. So the masculine is 4 swords, 1 wand, 2 pentacles, and no cups at all. So he's not in his heart. He needs to go back to his heart space. The Queen of Pentacles comes up as the court cards, as well as the Knight of Swords and the Page of Swords. So a queen, a knight, and a Page of Swords. Sorry about that. That was funny. That was a 717 area code, guys. That was your message. It was probably just a solicitation. But 717 just came up. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, and the Page of Wands. So it could be a mother and 2 kids, or just messages going on. And then, like I said, we had triple 10s, we had double 6s and double 3s as well. And 56 came up again. I told you it came up triple yesterday, 56, 56, 56, and it came up in other ways as well, which is the 2 of Swords. Yesterday it was reversed, and today I believe it is upright. I think it's upright. When I catch it with my eye, I'll let you know, but I think it is. You'll hear it in the read anyway. Then as soon as I started writing this stuff down, I started sweating profusely, which is what happens to me when a lot of masculine energy comes in. And that was at 7:57. So we had the 47 of the 7 of Cups, and then the 57 of the 3 of Swords. Right, the separation, the 3-way parties, heartbreak, and can be surgeries of sorts as well, but just hurt feelings. And then we have the code line here for the Divine Masculine, which was all about change and new beginnings. Very simple today. And it started with, well, the number on the code line was just number 10, so it's all about that high vibration with 10, 10, 10. Double 6s and double 3s. We had 412, so 412, 10, 10, 10, 6, 6, 3, 3. 6, 6 is the Queen of Pentacles, 33 is the 7 of Wands, 56 the 2 of Swords, 9, 10 begin again, 36 is the 10 of Wands that need to be dropped, 610 came up, which is an area code near me, and then 35 is the Wounded Warrior, also came up in a lesser sense, along with the 67 of the Knight of Pentacles and the 79, which was for me the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, or on the other side of the bridge. It's like that gift once you get to the other side. All right, so that's the chicken crossing the road joke. Why did the chicken cross the road? To get to the Divine Feminine. All right, so the code line here for the Divine Masculine, so around change and new beginnings, started with S-I-T, which spells sit, but they were all separately. The 10 of Orbs was here, having to do with a painful ending and betrayal, but it is reversed in the challenge position today for the read. So the worst is over. It's about allowing the war to end, allowing the pain to end, and allowing the swords to drop out of your back and to feel the bliss again. So to sit wise, 1, and adapt, human, to the painful end. The chakra system with the Divine Feminine. Use it, Divine Masculines, for change and new beginnings. All right? You are 1. Use your Divine Feminine side for change and new beginnings. Sit, Queen and Knight. Also, Queen of the Night was coming up, and Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Humans of Pain. I have change and new beginnings, using your chakra system. and your third eye. Sophia, I am. This is the masculine. Sophia, I am. Toggle up. Wise knight, human of pain, the chakra system of the divine feminine for change and new beginnings. Sit, sage, and the after-death test. Eye-opening or just sleepy in a painful end or betrayal, which Judas comes up, or high vibe of, or the BS that I have, change and new beginnings from this, okay? So it's paralleling to a lot of different things. So Cleopatra and Mark Antony came up, but also the Jesus and Mary Magdalene energy. 35 is the Mary Magdalene energy as well, the wounded warrior, that they are as one on the cross, and then the Judas of the betrayal comes up as well. But the worst is over here, okay? So also a few things came up from online when I put the code line in. What do the orb and orb values signify in the natal chart? So this came up the other day, which never comes up for me. So that's the second time this week about orbs and what do they mean as far as astrology. And that was from Quora.com. Also then Knight of the Sun or Prince Adept. And that came up from sacredtexts.com. That 3, 4, 10, and 12 were sacred numbers amongst the Etrurians, as well as the Jews, the Egyptians, and the Hindus. The name of deity in many nations consisted of 3 letters. The Greeks, I-A, Omega, the Persians, H-O-M, the Hindus, A-U-M, and the Scandinavians, I-O-W. So there are just some examples, but 3, 4, 10, and 12 were coming up here as important. 3 and 4, the Empress and the Emperor. 10 is the Wheel of Fortune, the destiny, the high vibration. And then 12 is the culmination, the endings, the wisdom that comes from this. And stillness and seeing other perspectives. Also what came up, the SIRIAN Starseed Tarot came up in the headers. And then from comicvine.gamespot.com, Truth Seeking Orbs came up. And there was a code in there that said KCM2, which I brought up since the three initial acronyms were just coming up. And then the measurement of values came up, a psychometric evaluation of ... and it had to do with the value of work from researchgate.net. How do you value your work? What is of value to you, and whatever your value is should be put into the way you work or the kind of work you do. Then general art came up. The Sage's Orbs by Raindrop14. That was from zeldadungeon.net, so a lot of game stuff was coming up. And then getting rid of unwanted spirits from Infinite Possibility. Getting rid of unwanted spirits, Infinite Possibility, and that was from Spirit. Right here, spiritcomp.com. I might have that wrong, but if you look up getting rid of unwanted spirits, it'll come right up. And then it's - infinite possibilities. So infinite possibilities are coming up for you. And as I was doing all this, my twin was connecting with me in my usual morning way. And then I have, we start to read with the reason. The reason. The Emperor reversed in the SIRIAN Starseed deck is reason. We have the 6 of Cups here. We have the 7 of Swords here. This is Justice and then the 10 of Cups. Yep, Justice reversed and the 10 of Cups reversed. And the 10 of Cups came up reversed too in the Good Tarot that I just pulled for you. So having to do with the end of emotional cycles. So the Emperor reversed, having to do with kids and or twin, coming clean about injustice and unhappy or end of family or emotional cycle. The King of Cups dropping a load on Leo or him being strong, taming his inner beast. Choosing a new path, the left, the divine feminine, with the messenger of truth right up behind him or is him, the King of Cups and the knight in shining armor. Frustration regarding the third energy, sexual and creative blocks or dropping the baton. Clearly no challenge for the fool who is free with an open heart. The Knight of Pentacles reversed and the Queen of Pentacles upright, dumped, in the dumps, overwhelmed, not offering the Emperor love. The Knight of Pentacles reversed could be someone, or it could just be an action of the Queen of Pentacles, lazy, stubborn, or refusing to move or work, or on strike, or staying home from work because the Queen of Pentacles is in the dumps. Or she dumped the Knight of Pentacles, or the Emperor reversed. The Queen of Pentacles naturopath, or went to test the waters off the beaten path, but the path she found was all dried up. Disabled or doesn't have to work, not loving self first, retiring perhaps to the countryside, and the Queen of Swords speaking truth openly, streetcar named Desire, and this is at 851, which is strength, and the King of Swords. But streetcar named Desire having to do with money blocks, a delayed new life, and the worst now over, releasing funds. Working to create, to save, bench work, research, cracking codes, for horseshoe, omega, portals, eye of the needle, needing to sew, but back pain prevents this. And then I was getting 2.5 to 3 is significant. So it was like 2.5 to 3, but I was getting it broken into twos, like each one was a half cycle, so actually 6 altogether. So this is the focus, the 2.5 to 3, hedging your bets. The last half of 3 coins, which coins also means Kohan or co-pilots, Kohans, but the last half of the third coin, or 5/6, and so this 56 comes up again, the 2 of Swords. 3 Kohans, 2 together and 1 to go, and it could reference three sets of twins, as in like a monad of twins. I was getting this message before, that there's like 3 sets of twins where one twin holds back to help the other twins move forward into union, and then as they start coming into union, the third is pulled up. So there's something about the coordinating of the 3 sets of twins. The last half now of the third coin, or the third set of twins, or 5/6, complete the 3 Kohans, 2 together, 1 to go. This is the focus, hedging your bets. Allow the swords to fall out. Allow for bliss. Free yourself. And below that for the masculine was keep an open mind. So first, keep an open mind, divine masculine, that someone may be different. They have a different perspective than you. But then free yourself. You know, don't fence yourself in. Don't fence yourself in. Don't trap yourself, or what's the word I'm looking for? Don't pigeonhole yourself. Sovereign, obsessing with true love, without true love, reunion up for grabs, and he decided to sit this one out. Missing flame, tackled by the beast, or beast of burden, ego, without new life, without his true love, the show must go on. Sovereign and hermit coming together, with Leo and or ego blocking a new life, tackling the boar, trying to yank his fangs out, or gripping or grinding his teeth at night. If sharing a bed with anyone, they're ready to kill him, and noise is grating on their last nerve. Big palms and feet, no altar or elaborate suite for Virgo. Noisy boar all in his head, covering up the sexual parts. Taking a nosedive, anesthesia, pushed in a creek, or broke their nose by hand with thick. So the nose was coming up as being broken by a hand that has a thick cuff on it, both wrists with wide cuffs. Could think she's an Amazon woman. Dangling cookies with hearts, or hanging photo prints to dry, or ceramics setting for candles so the candles won't burn the house down. Legs turning gray, or losing oxygen or circulation, not working well, and must sit now to rest. So that can have to do with cardiovascular disease in the legs as well. Leo working him so hard so he won't live to tell the tale of love partnership, which comes up as number 26, the Page of Wands. And I am having trouble talking here. I have a little lisp coming up, which happens now and then, I guess. But stuttering came up yesterday, so this is significant for, I guess, a few of the masculines may, when they get nervous, have a stutter or a lisp. So the Leo working him so hard he won't be able to live to tell the tale Of the list, this love partnership, number 26, the Page of Wands. Beneath that was Follow Your Dreams, which was 85. And the High Priestess floating, numb, ungrounded, with family and money, or disconnecting from dysfunctional family or power players or big corporations. The Queen of Swords with light, letting go of emotional attachments, with new life by the full moon, in need of help, money, or opportunity, or with a child in need of help. All right, so this could be the Divine Masculine. It kind of comes off as it was the Queen of Swords, which it can be, but it was really meant to say the Divine Masculine with a new life by the full moon, in need of help, money, or opportunity, or with a child in need of help, a poor student, or never learns, and the world upside down, or in disarray, or won't get to the Olympics or world travel if they don't keep their grades up. Little Scoundrel coming up here. Frog's Legs and Peacock, Kermie and Miss Piggy all rolled into one. The Page of Pentacles looks at the peacock like she's an alien or something, with magenta flower on her head, he with 2 gold feathers in his cap, and die in his pocket. 922, the Hermit, and 22, which is a Fool. So the die in his pocket were coming up as dice, but it could be anything. So the die in his pocket. So somebody might have die leaked in his pocket, and that could easily be a pen that they put in their pocket, or other things. So there could be a Diana or just somebody like that in their pocket. Or the die is cast. Okay, so 922, the Hermit and the Fool. So at 924, which is the Hermit and the Queen of Wands, the Emperor is reversed without reason. He left the world hanging, or a child with disability, or a world upside down because the Queen of Pentacles dumped him, served papers, or done with love. The worst over, in a painful end or back, but eye of the storm hasn't even arrived yet. All right, so the worst is over. We had a little clarification there with the ding. So the worst is over in a painful end or back, but eye of the storm hasn't even arrived yet, not set in stone, only in nature, naturally occurring, the Queen of Swords had talked about the day before. Free yourself to allow the bliss of the new life, the love partnership. The recently energy was the fresh start, the bomb dropped, grounding and integrating an offer of love. The King of Swords traveling or moving and saving, grounding, making ground, holding on loosely with gold coin on the brain. The Hermit shedding light on it, and the Emperor reversed out of control, on top of the King of Wands reversed, not hearing the call or using poor judgment. The foundation here is the Queen of Pentacles, free to leap away from fear or the war within, expressing feelings, energy exchange, while the gold coin withers away. The central energy is the 9 of Swords, suffering in silence, all exposed or energized kids or Leo, happy not fighting at present, which that was good. The challenge being the 10 of Swords reversed, allowing the war to be over and bliss to come in, sneaky and coming clean about injustice, in the aftermath and completion of cycle of dreams come true, or avoiding the sealed divine feminine dream girl, the wounded warrior surrenders to soulmate or twin, ruling out choices and getting rid of whatever doesn't resonate, as prisoner or with hostage, and happy about it or happy alone with self. And then I started sweating profusely again. That was at 942, the Hermit and the 2 of Cups. Dumping burdens, confessing about or to the third party, appearing out of nowhere, or going to see a psychic or a madam, or confessing to the divine feminine their deep connection and surrender to poor judgment, or deliberating, having a talk or meal together to choose a new path. Abandoned, left behind out in the cold, to surrender to true love, injustice of the divine feminine reaping rewards without him, or the injustice of left with little to give, feeling unworthy of the high priestess lover, deep connection and surrender and giving up, or kicked out of a church or group and left with nothing, working to align or get organized over the loss or regret to let go of the past with the Queen of Swords, ignoring her and turning his back. Now is the 5 of Wands reversed, I, the divine feminine, No drama as the Capricorn or Devil waves, now with clarity about his destiny of overworking and greed, or need to stop overworking and take the hit in losing money and status, and rush in as the knight in shining armor into another world. The Hierophant reversed and the Empress reversed are sitting side by side, frustrated and uninspired, giving up the fight. Taurus Empress or Taurus religious leader or spiritual guru with ill mother losing a battle. And this was at 9:58, the Hermit and the Four of Swords, and that's definitely someone resting or laid to rest. Or the King of Pentacles reversed is Taurus and or a Capricorn or Libra, with the Empress reversed, a Taurus or a mother with childlike bad temper, surrendering or giving up. No dream family here, stubborn and dysfunctional, or losing money, or Scientology or something like that, where if they leave, they can never see the kids. Or just end of families, and with the Ten of Cups reversed, the Ten of Pentacles reversed, at war like Montagues and Capulets. Or War of the Roses, red and white. Ten of Cups reversed, family drinkers and stubborn, seen as lazy or disabled, or refuse to move, work, or on strike. And the Ten of Pentacles reversed, frustrated with bad tempers, but own the stable home, all about the money, but with creative and sexual blocks. The man with two lovers from the Ten of Pentacles and no dream, and the Queen of Pentacles not seen or in hiding at the stable home. Dealing with third energy and how to get a handle on it, or the Divine Masculine from wealth and the karmic drinkers, or vice versa, and the Divine Feminine stable home without dysfunctional family, but dealing with third sexual energy between her and committed or non-committal man, or spreading his seed indiscriminately, or just giving life over to his kids, they, or work, his lover, his so-called lover, that to which he gives affection. The Queen of Pentacles extending a romantic olive or blueberry branch past two twisted pillars, trying to block them for dating or choosing a path together. The twins with memories of being out in the cold, but still happy around each other. Deception, near death, dead tired, clinging to what was or never was, and the karmic refusing to leave, sitting between the Divine Feminine's memories and the King of Swords as the Queen of Pentacles reaping rewards of his efforts, and the King of Pentacles covering up his King of Swords side with third party. Or the King of Pentacles and the King of Swords are brothers, in-laws, or partners that compete. The King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and Sovereign, which could be the Divine Feminine or a child, look to be the perfect little family. And the King of Swords with karmic and or kids or twin, an embarrassment to their untarnished image. This is that King of Swords, Queen of Swords, and then the Sovereign or the Nine of Pentacles. I didn't mean swords, I mean pentacles. The King of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Sovereign, which is Nine of Pentacles, look like, two parents and a grown child. Or it could be the masculine, the karmic, and the Divine Feminine. Soon, strength, Leo, ego, in need of help, money, or opportunity, as the Divine Masculine twin having rejected the Divine Feminine's message of love. Him reaping rewards of their sexual connection, he an opportunist, or just a bad student who never learns their lessons. Or two kids who are up to no good around the twins, or a fire sign with no fire, with kids and twin in separation trying to come together. The High Priestess or Viking Priestess suddenly rushes in with a message for the Divine Feminine, or a message about completion or coming full circle, with the wounded warrior lover in surrender. Rejected and heartbroken, or just happy on her own, either avoiding or in the aftermath, the High Priestess or Olive-Head Viking Priestess standing up for herself, or battling to keep others away from him happy alone in separation, or coming off arrogantly, avoiding. The Divine Masculine is seeing himself as the Knight of Swords, upright, rushing in to save the day, or speak the harsh truth and lead the way. And that was at 10:28, which is the Wheel of Fortune and the twins, the Two of Wands. Resting and praying, meditating, 5D, to offer the truth to suffering Queen of Cups reversed. The cards from Romance Angels that came up for Divine Masculine today were to release your ex, heart-to-heart conversations, romantic feelings, and to make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Around him, or how he is seen, is the Tower reversed, avoiding, or in the aftermath, the Knight of Wands rushing in uncomfortable emotions, impatient fallen angel to come together for reunion, whittling down to one, unity consciousness to hang out and be wise. A group over the Knight of Wands' head, dumping on him constantly, hanging out in his space all the time, making him impatient. Clear blocks, Divine Masculines, of the Page of Swords, upright, which is news, a message, a child spreading the word, but could be feeling left out, locked out, in exile, homeless, or hurt, in prison, imprisoned, or hostage of the workplace, group at work, layoffs, fired, or third party through work. But the Page of Swords coming up here as the block he needs to clear also has to do with being afraid to put the word out about himself. So he may have wounds from a past life of being persecuted for speaking his truth. And just, there's a lot of fear around spreading the word, even if it is the truth, okay, that something bad will happen to you. So new beginnings come up and change. Surprise! Capricorn's here, could be the devil as well, with third energy to return it to its rightful owner. Imbalanced in debt, inequity in relationship, not fair, spreading the word, and unable to find a peaceful place to go. The King of Swords, King of Pentacles, and Queen of Pentacles, karmic with sovereign twin, or their memories of children, or twin moments together. Reaping rewards of working to align desires, 4 gold coins at work, and over the loss, regret, guilt, and shame, and has let go of that third baton to bring his baton home to the Queen of Swords. Lightning strikes a second time, striking a deal or a balance, Ben Franklin's key to the light. The midpoint, 0 point, the point of vacuum, the safe place, safe haven for all children of heaven. Separation and 3-way heartbreak, lovers come together in reunion with dysfunctional family, or large business is going under. The Magician, insecure, manipulative, imbalance of love, money, and manipulation, or without their tools, in debt or scammed, or in the dumps or dumped and overwhelmed. Over loss or regret, the Queen of Wands reverse is dumped or pushed to her emotional limits, causing excessive vacuuming. The Knight of Cups offers love to the twin as they juggle 2 gold coins happily ever after in an infinity-shaped dance. And that was at 10:50. 10 is the Wheel of Fortune, and 50 is that 10 of Cups, the emotional fulfillment. So the Emperor was reversed, starting out here, without reason or rhyme, and the Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords, in the aftermath of sudden events, epiphanies, whatever it was, have fresh start, purging stress, challenged by the release of pain, taming the beast, strong with message of light, ending battle, conflict, competition for who's better, richer, sexier, stronger, faster, smarter, any imbalance that's not love. 3 on the same page now, same line in separation. The game is called on account of the rain, bows, lovers, and reunion, disconnecting from dysfunctional family members or attachments and their money. 10:55, the Wheel of Fortune and the Truth, Excalibur. As we turn the page, we have 10:56, the Wheel of Fortune, high vibration, destiny, and the 56 of being in your knowing. The Emperor reversed, the King of Cups, and or Leo. So the Emperor reversed could be the King of Cups, Leo, or they could be 2 or 3 different people here. Going after twins on a new path, the third energy bringing clarity, ending battle, providing freedom to those resisting or on strike. The Queen of Pentacles dumped, or I'm getting duped now. Queen of Pentacles dumped or duped, or dumped the Emperor reversed, and or King of Cups and or Leo. Or the Emperor reversed retires to chase after the twin. The Emperor reversed with a fresh start after bomb dropped from another world or turning his world around. The Queen of Pentacles, Aries, suffering in silence, now that the battle's over, Challenged by letting go of the war, now the worst is over, allowing the pain to fall away. The Knight of Swords, strong and very hungry for a message in hideout. Tiger with eye on the prize, in debt or indebted in the aftermath of receiving news, message, or child with light, pointing out the imbalance, the unfairness, the inequity of the situation, that there needs to be a change and new beginnings. The Page of Swords acts as a liaison for the divine feminine lover, or it's her words of having no peace, unable to release emotions as long as connected sexually to her twin, and that she has the right to the pursuit of happiness. When lightning meets pole and petal hits the metal, and lightning, Archangel Michael, meets up with thunderous Archangel Metatron, lightning rod and thunder road, there is greased lightning. 53, the Knight of Swords, which the masculine is today. The divine masculine he is. Pirate smile, pretty-eyed, how she's in me, always with me, tiny dancer in my hand. But oh, how it feels so real, and spirit's connecting with me, lying here with no one near, only you, and you can hear me, when I say softly, slowly, hold me closer, tiny dancer. Count the head lights on the high, that high vibrational way, the high road. Lay me down in sheets of linen. You had a busy day today. You notice lightening is lighten. You are lightening the load. Lightening the sound of silence before the storm. The thunder is the quickening to lighten the load, to get past all the dramatic stuff, and in the wake, only the reflection of the light on the waves, seafoam green, the sound of peace. Evergreen but never seen, Christ, O Sophia, the divine feminine, staying cool as temperatures rise and fall, on fall to winter's night, frosty melts into a puddle of love. That's your read today, guys. I'm going to show you the cards before I forget, and I'm sorry, I've been bad about that. I think a couple days this week I actually forgot to show you the card. But there's the Emperor and the underlying energy. Recent past is the Starseed or the Fool. Here is the Foundation with the Queen of Pentacles. And the center energy is that 9 of Orbs or Swords. The challenge is the 10 of Orbs or Swords. And then the other underlying energy here, we have the 5 of Flames or Wands crowning here. We bridge across here, that 40 bridge, to the Strength card, which was upright today. And it's a tiger, it's not a lion in this deck. The masculine sees himself as that adept of orbs or swords here, which was upright. And around him, the tower, reversed today. The block seems to clear that page of orbs or swords. And then we end up here on the 6 of Pentacles or crystals here. You see the scales. And you see the lightning coming into the pole. There's actually a dot beneath the lightning, which I didn't notice before, on either side. And for me, that represents the third eyes of both, connecting their chakra systems. So there's obviously a third eye from both sides. And that's a nice sign there. We have the 3 of Swords, which was upright today. And then the Lovers above it, with the 3 of Cups above that, which was also upright. And then the 10 of Pentacles, which was reversed. So there's some kind of disconnect from the big family or big company. And then we end up with that 2 of Pentacles in a very beautiful way with the Knight of Cups and the 2 of Cups after a relationship was dismantled in some way. Okay? All right, guys. So make sure you drink your water, get your rest, all that kind of stuff. And rise and be loved, guys. Bye.